Hey everyone, Dave here talking to you today about what can be a sensitive subject, and that is, are we spending too much money and giving too much support to our adult children and sacrificing our own retirement and potentially enabling some less desirable behaviors among these kids that we still absolutely love and want to see do well in life? I'll share a couple of perspectives here. One is just some history, which is the role of being a parent has changed tremendously. Back when societies were primarily agrarian, kids were expected to be contributing members to the household at a very young age because, let's face it, it was like a subsistence existence, and we needed all hands on deck to harvest, take care of animals, deal with weather, everything else that came up on the farm. And this was a multi-generational, every possible moment is needed to scratch out an existence for families. Things started changing. More people moved to cities, and there then became the expectation that children should go to school for 12 years. But once they reach the age of 18, mom and dad are pretty much off the hook, and they are expected to go out and make their way in the world. Fast forward into, let's call it the 70s and 80s. College is the answer for everyone. College enrollment rates are booming among men and women, young men and women, and parents are living longer at that point and expected to shoulder the burden now for paying for kids through the age of 22. But once again, in most cases, that ended. Now, let's look at today. We have an increasing number of parents, and no judgment here. Sometimes it's the right thing to do, either on a temporary or permanent basis, but we have an increasing number of parents who are stepping in with adult children and paying rent, paying childcare, making down payments on houses, paying medical expenses, all of these things that are above and beyond the basics of utilities for their kids. And we have to ask ourselves some kind of serious questions when we embark on doing this, or if we've been doing it for a while. One is a perspective, and that is, let's say you're in your 50s or 60s, your financial runway is significantly smaller than that of your children. And so just keep in mind, they may be struggling now, but they are in their 20s and have 50 years of earning potential in front of them. You, 10 years, 5 years, maybe 20 years at most. And so we have to factor that in when we decide how much we're going to support our children. Two is just the fundamental question of, when does this help? And when is this potentially enabling behavior that makes kids less self-sufficient? Certainly, if we have something short-term going on, like a job loss, but imminent good employment prospects going forward, or your adult child is going through a divorce or some other crisis and you step into the void temporarily, that is one thing. But if this has been going on for years without any end in sight, and I think the best analogy that I can talk about here is, I like to watch TV shows or movies where the characters show growth and progression. And it can be growth and progression in small ways. It does not have to be massive things, but just showing some personal growth, that whatever they're going through in life is landing well and they're moving forward. If we see kids either just standing still for a period of years or even going backwards despite our help, this may be a sign that it has become an enabling behavior. And we really have to question whether, even though this is done out of complete love for your child, whether this is having the desired impact of making them strong, independent, resourceful adults. And then finally, with all of this, we also have to look at it in terms of, is this within your means to do? Doing some DIY retirement planning in, say, Bolden software, or working with a financial advisor in Right Capital or eMoney or another program, really gives you a read on, am I jeopardizing my own financial future with this? Or is this within my means, again, either temporarily or maybe permanently help my children because they just don't have the opportunities for whatever reason that I was blessed with in life. So that is it. Like and follow if you'd like to see more from me. Take care.